Jalen Green is the top-ranked shooting guard in this year's draft class. He's 6'6", 180 pounds, and was a 5-star recruit with insane athleticism coming out of high school. But instead of taking the traditional college route, Green made the decision to sign with the G League team straight out of high school, becoming the first player to do so and proving that this is a viable path to the NBA. At only 19 years old with a somewhat undersized frame, the expectation was that he would struggle at least a little bit to keep up with the physical demand at the higher level, but that wasn't the case. Green came in straight out of high school and immediately was one of the best players in the G League. He played for the Ignite, a team that had a mix of old NBA players such as Jarrett Jack, who's still going at 37 years old, and other young guys such as Jonathan Kuminga, one of the best forwards in this draft. Green was the leading scorer with 18 points on 46% from the field and about 37% from deep. He grabbed 4 boards and averaged almost 3 assists as well, but his turnovers completely negated that. He only got to the line about twice a game and knocked him down at around 82%.
So you really are like a killer competitor.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is that?
Just everything I've been through, everything I didn't work for, like everything I sacrificed.
However, besides all the numbers, if you watch Green play, you see why he stands out compared to other elite talent in this class. His first step is as quick as some of the fastest players in the league, and he has bounce that helps him finish over pretty much anyone. If I had to compare him to a player or two in the league right now, just in terms of a quick first step and verticality, it'd probably be Ja Morant or maybe Zach LaVine. However, the rest of their games shouldn't be compared. While Jalen is extremely athletic and quick, that doesn't describe his whole game. Green excels in the pick and roll because although he isn't an elite playmaker, he has a good feel for where his big man is and will usually hit them with a clean pass. Otherwise, his athleticism allows him to hang in the air longer than his defender and finish most of the time. In other passing situations, Green is decent. He shouldn't be the primary ball handler or the main guy running the offense, at least not yet. Right now, he excels at scoring in isolation and can handle some point guard responsibilities, but not all of them. His handle is decent, but still needs work as he was stripped too often in the G League. In isolation, like I just mentioned, his quick first step is what really allows him to create space. Defenders will typically sag a half step off of him so they can make up for his speed, but that opens up an opportunity for Green to shoot. Initially, the concern with him was that he wasn't the best shooter, but after a year of developing in the G League, I think he'll be completely fine in the NBA. His form looks clean and he seems confident shooting over his defender with little space. He took almost 6 threes a game as well, which is a great sign for what we can expect in his rookie season. Off the ball, Green's acceleration and speed shines, as you'll often see him going for a backdoor cut that turns into an oop, or he'll leak out past the last defender in transition. If you combine his transition game with a great passer in the NBA, then Green will quickly rack up points just by outrunning the defense. He can also run off screens on the perimeter for catch and shoot opportunities, but Jalen definitely has a tendency to drive when given the chance.
And then I care about the defensive side too. And that's one thing that the coaches are trying to get me to do better at, because I came to them and told them I want to get better at defense. So,
on the defensive end, Green takes full advantage of his size and athleticism. At 6'6" and the speed to stick with quick guards, Green should be an above average defender right away. Defense is something he really focused on when he joined the G League. He said that all the top players in the NBA are usually two-way guys, so that's what he wants to be in the league. He averaged 1.5 steals per game with the Ignite, but steals per game doesn't really tell the whole story of if someone's a good defender or not. For the most part, Green is smart on defense and doesn't gamble too often for steals. His quick hands and agility in general gives his opponents issues, as he really focuses on never giving up an easy look. Overall, he'll need to bulk up to be able to defend more players in the NBA, but for now his speed should be at least enough to be a positive on that end.
I think the biggest benefit here is just like you're picking up on NBA things ahead of time before the college players can pick up on that. So I think just you're getting ahead of the game and you're learning how to be a professional, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Jalen Green has to be one of the most intriguing prospects in this year's class. As a 19-year-old who's fresh off a season and playing against more physically mature players, the expectation is that he'll have a great rookie season, and if everything goes well, he'll be in contention for Rookie of the Year alongside Cade Cunningham. I've seen people say that Green could average around 20 points per game in his first year and quickly make the transition to an all-star in the following seasons. And I definitely feel like Jalen has the potential to be something special, but it's not just because of his athleticism. A player that was able to immediately compete in the G League out of high school and has harped on how much he wants to improve is the type of prospect you should want on your team. There's been good players in the past who have had solid careers but don't reach their full potential. I think Jalen is the type of guy to put in work in the offseason and come back as a brand new player every year. If you made it to the end of the video, why not subscribe and drop a like? Also, leave a comment down below telling me what you think of Jalen Green.